everyone, Adrienne Hines here, the Ladylike Lawyer. I'm a bankruptcy lawyer, author, and I'm a fierce advocate of debt relief with dignity. So today we're talking about the 3 different types of debt that show up in almost every bankruptcy case that I've ever had, and how understanding which category your debt falls into can help you make smarter, faster, more efficient decisions. We're going to break down debt into priority debt, secured debt, and general unsecured non-priority debt. Each one has different rules, different consequences, and different options for relief. If you've ever asked yourself, hey, can I get rid of taxes in bankruptcy? Or what happens if I stop paying on my car loan? Or what debts are the most dangerous? This is a video for you. Let's start with the heaviest hitters, priority debt. This type of debt is debt that bankruptcy treats as the most important. It includes income taxes, child support and alimony, student loans, court fines or criminal restitutions, debts related to fraud, intentional harm. These debts are usually not dischargeable in bankruptcy, which means they survive a bankruptcy case. You will likely still have to pay them back, but the bankruptcy process could potentially give you breathing room by stopping collections, even on those priority debts, and it can give you an opportunity to catch up in a structured way that protects you and your valuables. If your debt falls into the priority category, it needs to be at the top of your list of things to do. Not because you deserve to be punished, but because the law gives these debts very special treatment. Next, let's talk about secured debts. This is debt that is tied to property, something the creditor can take from you if you stop paying. Think car loans. Your car loan is secured by the title to your car. Think mortgages. Your mortgage is secured by the deed to your home. Even a title loan that you get at a payday lender is a secured loan on your car. I divide secured debt into 2 categories. We have good secured debt and we have bad secured debt. Good secured debt is when you have positive equity. That means your house or your car is worth more than what you owe. It might make sense to keep paying on it to protect that equity, that value. But bad secured debt is when what you own is worth less than what you owe. That means you are upside down. And if you're also behind on payments, it actually may not be worth trying to catch up. And in fact, generally, we would not advise that. That's where bankruptcy can truly help you walk away clean. Really, in either case, secured creditors have a lot of leverage. They can repossess or take back or foreclose the thing that is secured. That's why secured debts often come in second, right after your priority debts, when it comes to what you should pay and protect. But this last category, it's where people feel the most amount of pressure. Even though legally, this last category is the least powerful type of debt. I'm talking about general unsecured non-priority debt. Credit cards, personal loans, medical bills, payday loans, old utilities, collections, those types of debts. These debts are almost always dischargeable in a bankruptcy, which means you could completely wipe them out potentially. You see, these lenders have chosen not to take collateral from you in exchange for lending you credit. That's their business model. That was their choice. They have no special legal priority and they knew it. They're the most predatory because these are the debts that often come with harassment, shame, sky-high compounding interest rates, and threats of lawsuits. You see, the system tricks you into thinking that these debts are the most important, but in bankruptcy, they're the first to go. Once you know the type of debt you're dealing with, you get to start to prioritize your money, your stress, and your time where it matters. You need to focus on priority debts first and understand that you will have to come up with an overall plan that includes paying them down because they're the hardest to get rid of. You need to protect assets that are tied to secured debts, but only if they're worth saving, only if you have positive equity. And please stop panicking about general unsecured non-priority debt. That's literally the stuff that bankruptcy was built to handle. Understanding these categories is really the first step in taking back control. Debt is complicated on paper, but in real life, it follows pretty predictable patterns. Once you understand what you're carrying, you can start to make choices instead of reacting in panic. If you found this helpful, please hit subscribe and stick with me for the next video, where we are going to break down exactly how debt accumulates so fast and how you can stop the spiral. My name is Adrienne Hines, and I'm a bankruptcy lawyer in Northwest Ohio, taking away shame and embarrassment from the discussion of debt.